What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Let me know how the audio sounded. Let me know if y'all can hear me good. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Great start to the week. We're gonna break all that stuff down in a second. What's going on, James? I see you up in here. Go ahead and drop them. Go ahead and drop them. Go ahead and drop them. I got you. All right, bud. What's going on, AJ? A huge move last night before the GBP news popped off. Again, we had GBP news about an hour ago at 2 a.m. And over that on Sunday chart analysis, as well as in yesterday's live stream during London session. Give me 1 second. Now, I'm not exactly sure what happened with the GA signal. I think my levels glitched out when I sent the signal, but the stop loss still worked out. So if y'all watch the New York price watch list, obviously, what we're talking about now. But you watch the New York price watch list right here. Trade's still valid. I'm going to be looking for a possible third position. And by third position, I mean third entry. And we're going to break this down because it was a mistake on my part, partially, but I'm not exactly sure how the mistake happened. My levels right here, so I think it might have glitched out. It was going for the setup. I'm not exactly sure because trading view is trolling me because when I look at this actual trade, the stop loss and the entry doesn't make sense. It still worked out for us, but I think I either shifted my levels or trading view glitched out because sometimes I've been seeing in the live stream, I'll move a level and sometimes I'll move back in place and glitch out. And sometimes it makes me delete the whole level, put up a brand new level. I think this will happen with the GA setup because shit don't make sense. It still worked out for us, but it just didn't make sense. So I went over it again. The New York price watches what were the specific price levels, and we can see it still respected those levels, just like the levels was talking about during the what you call it, the New York price watch list. But it's very weird because after the trade went through, I was like, this doesn't even look like a setup I go for. And by setup I go for, I'm talking about like stop loss and risk reward, and like the entry wise, I'm like, I wouldn't enter. Y'all never see me take trades off of levels, but somehow, like I said, I think my levels got fucking glitched out or something like that. I don't know, but we're gonna talk about it. This still worked out when as projected though, but definitely something weird happened yesterday. We'll talk about all that. But if y'all was in the live yesterday or watched the Sunday chart analysis, a lot of charts ended up going as projected. NAS went as projected, right? This was in the session yesterday, went exactly as projected. Talked about this in the New York price watch, the Sunday chart analysis as well. Gold didn't hold level, ended up rejecting. So we're gonna look for the same setup that we was looking for yesterday, which is sells. What else we got up here? GU kind of in the same spot. It's right back where we left off yesterday. So we could see a possible reversal come into play. I'm still going to leave GU alone unless it breaks back below this level or breaks above this level here. Because again, we are still technically bullish, but we see a possible reversal coming into play. Again, price to break this consolidation. It finally broke through it last week, but then it sucked back into it. And if you was in my TikTok live yesterday, we talked a little bit about that. We're going to go live later on today as well. Around 11 o'clock ish EST. I'll send a link out to what you call it, the Telegram stuff as well. But make sure to follow me on TikTok if you're not already. TikTok is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Underscore Playmaker Way underscore. Make sure to follow me on Instagram also. Instagram's Playmaker underscore Way. Gonna post some videos on there today as well. Working on a few YouTube videos for this week also, so be on the lookout for those. You're gonna watch last week's video, the last month's videos. Make sure to check those out. All the playlists are up to date. You guys got any questions? Drop in the chat. When we're looking at your charts, drop in the chat. But you already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. There are a few setups we're going to be looking at. GJ, when that's projected from yesterday, London Central Live, as well as the Sunday chart analysis as well, ended up breaking past this level, doing the move. So now we're about to see if we can break these highs to the left and make a new higher high today. So with GJ, if they can continue to hold this level at 200, we're going to be looking for buys going as support, that is. We're going to look for buys going to 2055, and then we'll see if we can break that level. So yeah, we're going to be watching GA for buys, gold for possible sells, and then GJ for possible buys. Everything else we're just going to be watching. And it's two. These are the main ones I like the most for setups. Those just joining the stream, we haven't entered anything yet. We did, again, update from yesterday when we had hit TP1 and caught 13 pips. We have surpassed TP1. We're right back past, well, depending on if people got wicked out or re-entered. We ended up hitting TP4 last night right before the news popped off. Right, you can see right here, we hit TP4 last night at 10:48 p.m. And then we'll go to GBPJPY. We can see price went all the way up to 93.18, 93.20-ish. Did it hit 93.20? No, yeah, technically did. Then when the news popped off, it was right here at 2 o'clock. So again, it broke this level, retested, couldn't hold that support. Then when the news popped off, it shot it all the way back down to this level. Right, so again, we got this consolidation above us to the left. You can't really see it right here. So let's go and make it chart. Right, we have this consolidation to the left of us. Liquidity, levels of traffic, all the same stuff, right? It's just a big block. Think of it as a big block space, a price. That price is going to have to break through to continue the trend, right? Which is why when we look right here, we saw this drastic halt right here. And then for a month, price has been struggling to make its way out of it. Because again, when we look right here, this was right here when we broke through this level of traffic, but then we have this level of traffic right here. All right. Let's see y'all are active this morning. Glad to see y'all. Make sure I like the lives. I'll hop up in here as well. Again, as far as news today, we had GP news pop off about an hour ago. And that's pretty much it for today as far as high impact news. So again, it's going to be a standard Tuesday. We're just going to wait for our setups and volume to kick in. And then we have a lot of news popping off tomorrow. Going live with the members. During which news event? That's a good question. We got FOMC, then we got CPI. We have a bunch of stuff popping off. So I got to look at my schedule. I'll let the members know tonight when we're going to be going live during all that stuff. U15 just popped up, so we're about to see if this can hold that support. So let's catch up to the chat while we're doing this. All right, you can hear me? All right, bet. Outside of your 3 a.m. live chats, do you hold live chats during New York session? And he said on gold and NAS. So New York session doesn't just revolve around gold and NAS unless you're just asking specifically, do I talk about gold and NAS? I do. Let me see what your next comment is. Gold was bearish yesterday. They went bullish. Lost money on gold. Okay, so let's talk about it. So this is what I'll do with any other member or student when they tell me they took a trade, they lost money, or they're confused. First thing I ask you, well, obviously we're on a live stream, but first thing I'll be like, hey, send me a screenshot of your trade. So what I want you to do is tell me what your entry was, what your SL was. All right. So while you're doing that, I'm gonna answer your first question. All right. So tell me what your entry was, what your SL was. We can talk about it. All right. But before we break that down, again, just like I was talking about with GJ, I use the word for a reason. I'm very specific with my words. Right. And if you watch the Sunday chart analysis, members, New York price watch list, you already know this. I say if it can break and hold a level as support, break and hold a level as resistance, right? So now tell me what your entry was, your SL, and we can talk about all that other stuff. But as far as New York session, again, I go live twice a week during New York session during high impact news. All the lives are recorded, just like the London session lives. So if the members miss the recordings of the live streams, I post them in the channel so y'all can watch them as many times y'all want or when y'all want to. Again, so this was last week. We'll be going live tomorrow for New York news. I said that at 6:30 p.m. So I gave everybody ample amount of time and heads up to let them know we're going to go live. Then again, before 8:30 news popped off, sent the link for the live stream and the recording of the live again afterwards, right? So I go live twice a week with the members during New York lives. We show y'all how, well, I'm saying we, but it's just me. I show you how news works. Again, it goes hand in hand with my playbooks on how to trade news. I show you in real time how news works. I break things down in real time. I get my predictions in real time, and then we answer questions, review trades, go over the charts, all that good stuff. Right, and then it's the same week, June 5th. I was like, we're going live today, 8:15 during the news, sent the link out. Again, broke the stuff down, answer all that stuff. So also what I do during New York session, every day I drop a New York price watch list at the beginning of New York, going over all trades we would have taken if we did take any trades Tokyo session, the trades we took during London session, and then possible setups going into New York. And this is basically an updated daily version of the Sunday chart analysis where I've not focused on what I see price doing throughout the entire week, but I show y'all and tell you what I see price doing for the day. So I do this literally every day for the members in both the course channel and the investment center. I do the price watch list every day for the members, and then we go live every day London session through EST. And then throughout the day, I give you all updates when we hit certain price points and all that good stuff. So I'm very active. I make it very simple, easy for y'all to understand what's going on in the charts, as well as what I'm looking for and when price hits certain levels that I'm talking about. Let's see what else we got up here. All right, James. So if you're still in here, like I said, tell me what your entry in SL was on gold, and we can keep it pushing. Great week so far. Thanks. And I appreciate the AJ. I'm glad you was able to get into that. What's going on with Pips Over Job? How you feeling? Those that watched the Sunday chart analysis, what was in the London session live yesterday, a lot of charts ended up going as projected. Hope you all was able to eat with us. Mina members jumped into GA. Got a huge move last night before retrace. Again, like I said, I don't know how or why my levels got glitched out. But I reiterated it on the London session, the New York price watch list. These are the levels we're going to be looking for. So the price initially hit our first TP. We traced back down to here. I adjusted my position here, and then did a huge push to the upside a few hours before the news popped off. A nice one for Shore, and then when the 2 a.m. news popped off, Fed hold level support, retraced back down to this support level. So now we're right back where we left off Sunday and Monday. So the game plan is going to be the same with GA like it was yesterday. If we can continue to hold 92.50 like it is right here at support, we can look for buys going to 92.95 and possibly 93.40. Right. We're looking at possible sales of Ian. If Ian can hold 75.60 as resistance, we can see possible sales going to 75.20 and 74.70. We're going to watch watching gold, see if we can break it, go this resistance. That's the game plan right there. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat, and we'll look at possible DJ buys as well. I'm looking in the charts. Drop them in the chat. But y'all already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. Make sure to hit that first link in the description on the Instagram for Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. James, where you at, fam? Where you at, James? Hopefully you hop back in here so we can help you out. And you're still listening, come on. Send that entry in SL so we can break it down. Pretty sure this will help other people out as well. Also, make sure to check y'all's emails, y'all. Make sure nobody trying to get into y'all's accounts. I'm not talking about trading accounts. I'm talking about like social media accounts or whatever the case may be. Because literally this past few days, I've had people keep trying to get into my stuff. I had people trying to get into my Microsoft account. I don't even use my Microsoft account like that, so I ain't got nothing on there. But I had people try to get into that, so I had to change that. I see them trying to get into my Twitter, so I had to change the password to that. So make sure to check y'all's emails and spams and make sure nobody's trying to hack into y'all's accounts. Make sure to protect y'all's information. These people don't got lives out here. Got about 4 minutes to the next 15 pops up. You can't hear the music? Hold up. Hold up. Let me see something. You're right. It's playing on my end. Let me do something real quick. All right, let's see. Let's see if y'all can hear the music now. I don't know if y'all can hear the music now. Okay, yes, playing now. Good looking. Good looking. That's my fault. I usually be having like a earphone and listening to the stream, but doing some stuff behind the scenes. Appreciate letting me know though. We got the chill music now. Now, James, I know it ain't no way you typed all those messages at the beginning of the live and you just hopped out. You better be at work or something. Your Wi-Fi better have cut off. You better have lost your phone charger and your phone died at 1%. So ain't no way you just said that in the chat and dipped. Come on now. Ain't no way you just said all that in the chat and dipped. I try to give you the benefit of the doubt, but come on, bro. You can't just say that in the chat and leave. Yeah, and it's funny because it was first time it was Russia, which is hilarious, right? Especially because what's going on in the U.S. right now. And then the second time was Iran. Then it was Russia again. And I was like, this is hilarious because especially because what's going on right now. But again, I don't use Microsoft like that, so I don't really have anything on it. But I still changed it just in case because it might have I don't know what my old address. Who knows, right? But I still changed it because I was like, yeah, no. But GA is still doing this thing, but I like GJ right here. I like GJ right here. He's gonna need to break these highs to the left, but I do like how it's looking right here. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But this trade idea up. Not in this yet, but wrap this trade idea up. So I have no idea how my GA levels glitched yesterday. What the hell happened? Let me fix it. Those just joined the stream. We have not entered this yet. This is just a trade idea. We have not entered this yet. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Go to free center free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. Okay, this way. What we got up in here? Do you ever hold your runners for longer than TP? Yeah, I do that. Let me try to find an example of you doing that. Yeah, I do it, but it's not like I do it just cause. Like it has to be a justifiable reason. I just like for those that was in the TikTok live with us yesterday. One of the things I was talking about is again, if you can't genuinely sit there and explain and justify why you're doing what you're doing, besides, oh, I can't do this, you probably shouldn't do it, right? But I do it, but I don't do it all the time. So I'm trying to find an example when I did do this, so I can kind of explain. So let me try to go really quick. Here's one. So this is an old trade. So again, this is an old trade. Nobody take this setup. Because when you DM me saying you took this signal after I said twice in a row, this is an old trade, nobody took it. All right, so again, this old trade is no longer June 3rd. I don't need about it. So anyways, so you see this one, the final TP was at 75.85. You look right here, this was at 75.75, and I got whipped out around here. So again, it depends on the volume and how it's looking, if it's going to keep on breaking levels or not, right? Like a better example or more extreme example would be one of the gold trades we took last month, right? This gold buy right here, right? So we go to this signal. What date is it? It's 16th. So we go to May 16th. Give me 1 second. Like in a second. I'm trying to pull up a few examples. One second, I'm just doing some scrolling so I can find it. So boom. And the edge of this also goes hand in hand with the New York price watch list. So if you watch the New York price watch list, it'll kind of go hand in hand with what I'm going to talk about. Right? So boom, we went live. This was an old trade with gold. Went live for the news. Again, broke out a bunch of stuff. Watched the news. Talk about the charts for 40 minutes. Went the live recording. And right after that, I dropped the New York price watch list talking about gold. Right. If you look right here. This was gold before I did this retrace. Right. If you look at this right here, this was gold before I retrace. So in this video, I'm talking about if gold can hold this level as support, we can look for buys going here and here, right? So when we look here, final TP was at 23.92. So let's scroll all the way up to 23.92, which was right here, right? So after price broke past this level, held that support, I continue to hold this trade, right? So why did I continue to hold this trade? Because price didn't show any indication that it was rejecting or retracing or showing any exhaustion to the upside. It was actually showing the exact opposite. After it broke through this consolidation point, we see volume pumped up and it kept on pushing. So price is showing me that it keep on going in my favor, in my direction. There's no point in closing. I'm going to adjust to move my stop loss into profit, which is why when the final TP gets hit, I always say move SL in profit or close for that exact reason. But I'm never just going to hold a trade just because. There has to be a reason why I'm holding the trade. You get what I'm saying? Which is why in the Sunday chart analysis, New York price watch list, I always say 2 price points. Even with, if y'all rewind, even with GJ, like literally I just did the GJ. I was like, if it can hold this level, we can see buys going to here, also buys going to here. Same thing with gold. You hear me say it's a New York price watch list on the chart analysis. Now it's going to start clicking and correlating when I talk about it. But you hear me say it all the time. I always say 2 or 3 price points. It's like with gold. If it could hold 298 as resistance, we see sales going to 2278 and possibly 2260. But before we can get to 2260, what needs to happen? It needs to break this level. You know what I'm saying? So checkpoints or levels to it. But you never just blindly hold a trade or blindly take a trade. It has to make sense. You know what I'm saying? It has to make sense. Oh, it's this part of the song that bugs out too. It's kind of funny. Good question though. Let me see if I can find another extreme example. Let me go look for another trade. Example. But before I do that, let me do something else. Put this on my other screen because, as y'all know, as soon as I like to break some stuff down, that's when the chart's going to take off on your boys. So I'm going to put that on my other screen to avoid that. And we're going to go to May 9th, which was right here. So this was another gold trade that I called. Again, these are old signals. Nobody take this shit, please. All right, cool. All right, so same example here. All right, got the New York price watch list, went over all the setups and the price points we can look for entries and exits at. Then again, 926, 40 minutes later, I let y'all know when gold hit the top of the zone, 1010. We go to 1010. Where's 1010? Would be this candlestick here. Again, these levels are off because it's a new week. I change my levels every week. But I'll let you know right before we enter the trade, go up to the top of the zone, 1010. And then an hour later, we enter the trade at 1110. Final TP was at 2350 as you can hear. Again, I know other charts going as projected from the New York price watch list. So this goes back to one of the first questions James had earlier. Boom. When you see again, me breaking down what's taking place on the charts with the gold trade. Man, obviously you can see here how the levels look different. It's a different week, right? It's the same situation, right? Then boom, boom, boom. All TPs hit. What did I say again? Move, S, sell, and profit over close. So again, if you're not watching the charts and you know you're not watching the charts or any of that, you don't just hold the trade just because. That's how y'all be letting winners turn to losers. Because a lot of people are like, well, last time I closed early, price ended up keep on going. So this time I'm not going to close early. But then this time when y'all decide not to close early, it's the time which I should have closed early. But because y'all not going off of what charts are doing, you're going based off of past experiences, which isn't completely wrong, but you can't just do one but not both. You have to go based off past experiences, also based on what the charts are showing you. Again, this is why I'm on the charts. This is why everything I talk about, I break down off, because that is what makes us money, what makes us lose money, right? But you see here, final TP, all TPs hit, move SL profit or close. You see this was at 10:09 p.m. You know the final TP was at 2350. We go to 2350, which was right here, right? So again, after price hit 2350, what happened? It hit this level, retraced. Again, it's right back at 2350. Did it break below 2350? Did it go reject and go back to our entry? No, right? We see a completely different thing from example PA did here, right? Broke this level, nice pump up, right? So for here, at the final TP was at 2350, and I see that it didn't go further or past or reject harshly. All I'm going to do is move my SL and profit, keep watching, And then again, if you would have applied the next price points for the New York price watch list, I could have known what the next price I was looking at the time was. And then again, I ended up making twice as much because simply just chart knowledge, right? This would have been a nice 1 to 2, but because I kept holding, this ended up being a nice 1 to 5. You get what I'm saying? So again, it's not every time it has to make sense. It's based on what the charts are doing. Every decision you make needs to be based off the chart. You can't just doing stuff just to do it. It's got to be based on the charts. Good question. What else we got up in here? Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Y'all join a free signal free Telegram. Y'all see on our screen how we did last month and last quarter. 2-0 so far this week. As far as how we did last month, if y'all scroll to June 3rd, you can see how we did last month. Last month we went 16-4, giving us an 80% win rate, catching 69,396 pips. Hold that thought really quick. Got a little bit of work to do. Hold that thought. Euro New Zealand did not hit no damn line. Don't lie to me. Yeah, it hit no line. Don't lie to me. All right, cool. All right, so you can see this. We go to June 3rd. See some, student results testimonials here as well. All right, join the events for the student room. Well, of course, the word of all. You just have to go. I don't know why Telegram be doing that. But anyways, you can check all that stuff out. Just recap the week at the end of every week. Recap the month at the end of every month. So you scroll to June 3rd. You click right here. I'll take you to the beginning of June, where you can also see how we ended April. We're in June. No, so you can see how we ended May. This is how we did April. April we went 15-4. 79% win rate, caught 47,950 pips. So that's how we're doing so far this quarter. How we did quarter one, went 53-4. It was 93% win rate, caught 111,806 pips. January went 20-0, catching 37,620 pips. February went 17-1, catching 24,403 pips. Then March went 16-3, catching 49,783 pips. Seems like going to April 4th. You click right here. It's going to take you to the beginning of the year, January 4th. You can see how we ended last year, all that good stuff. What's going on, JD? I see you up here. Okay, so you said, do you ever hold runners for TP? For example, I'm extremely rare, so I'm going to have a short from 2024. You said, wait. 2420. Okay. So are you swinging? I mean, obviously swinging. You said, wait. You said, wait. Is that the right price? I'm just trying to make sure. So you said 2420. Huh? So you've been holding for a few weeks. So what's your? You said you haven't moved your stop loss for original order. Do you recommend moving it in profit instead of break even? Yes, I've actually gotten so much hate and backlash for this statement about this say, but I still stand on it. I have a bunch of videos. I might have to make a new video because of this. So thank you. I'm actually, it's that time to make a new video talking about this. But I made multiple videos in the past It's actually one of my pinned videos. I said why I don't move. Well, no, that's the breakout trade. Where is it? I made videos about why I don't move trades to break even, stop loss to break even, how break even is stupid. Right? And the reason why I don't do break even is because why am I going to hold a trade, be up X amount of dollars, X amount of pips, just for it to all disappear off my screen and be back at $0? That's unproductive in my opinion. And that would not, I would not feel good hopping off the charts, being up X amount of pips, X amount of dollars, and then getting wicked out at $0. Yes, you didn't lose money, but you technically did lose money, because if I'm up $1,000, $5,000, and I let it go all the way back down to $5, I lost money. Right? Yes, I didn't go negative, but it's counterproductive. So I always say move SL in profit. So if you entered all the way up here, you for damn sure should not have that shit. I'm trying to make sure you set the right price point. But if you literally entered all the way from up here, you should not have your stop loss at break even. It should be in profit for sure, deep in profit. I never put a trade at break even. I always secure something. Only time I don't move my stop loss is if I'm like still at entry or I just hit the first TP, second TP. Then I'll rather see if it can go a little bit further in my direction, or I'm okay with taking the stop loss hit. But if all TPs got hit, I'm not putting that shit at break even. I'm putting that thing in profit. Always. Currently bearish on GJ right now on the 15 and 2 minute on the scalp. I mean, we're not bearish technically. I know you say you're scalping. I don't really scalp. And if you do scalp, I would still say scalp with the flow of price. Right? Because there's always a chance price can retrace or reject, but we're not trying to go for rejections or retracements. We want to enter off rejections and retracements, and we want to go for the actual move, right? So I talked about this in the TikTok live yesterday, right? So if I'm in an uptrend, what does that mean? That means we are trending upwards, right? And in most uptrends, again, GJ is kind of a funky ass man. So let's try to find one that's a little bit better example. But it's just been real funky lately with a lot of these charts, right? But we see here, this is an uptrend. That means we are, like the title says, we are trending upward, which means what? We're going up more than we're going down. Now, obviously, in this uptrend, there are points where there's low volume. There are points where there's consolidation. There's also points where there's red candlesticks, which are the retracements. But I think we can agree that the moves up are way bigger than the moves down, and we see way more green candlesticks than red candlesticks. So again, if I'm going for a high probability setup, I'd much rather go for a green than a red if we're in an uptrend, right? Just like we're in a downtrend, the moves down are way bigger than the moves up. So I would have a better chance of not only price going in my favor, but catching a bigger move, going for a sell versus a buy in a downtrend, and going for a buy versus a sell in a downtrend. So even if you are scalping, I still would recommend scalping with the flow price. Yeah, right? Because for example, right, NAS rejected so many times, but again, I was still talking about bullish momentum. Why? Because we are in a uptrend. And even though we had those moments where price was struggling or rejected, same thing. The moves up way bigger than the moves down. The green candlesticks way bigger than the red candlesticks. So when you look here, What would you rather catch? Would you rather catch a red candlestick or a green candlestick in this uptrend? Would you rather catch a big move up? Would you rather catch the pump up or the retracement? You get what I'm saying? So these are just the questions you got to ask yourself. But yeah, let me see here. James, you better DM me after this live, because me and you gonna have beef. I don't like when people do that. I don't like when people say something and then just hop out and shit. That don't make sense to me. So like I said, you better be at work right now. You better have your phone better have died. It better have that 1% and died. Your dog chews your charger up. Something better have. You better stubbed your big toe or something. You was in here right at the beginning and now you gone. I don't like that. Yeah, but a lot of the stuff comes from, it's not even us, it just comes from, again, a lot of people see people with big followings and they just assume that they're correct. And it's not entirely y'all's fault, because again, there's just a lot of people that, and that's why I do the stuff I do, because I could easily, if I wanted to, make a video and all my videos be revolved around how much money I made off this trade. But one, I don't like people pocket watching me, and I live in real life. I don't need people knowing how much I make on average. That's just stupid in my opinion. There's a reason why they do that, because again, they can substitute their content from actually teaching stuff to just showing, look, I must know what I'm doing because I made something, but you don't know what their win rate is. You don't know how often they win that much. You don't know how much they lose. None of that stuff, right? And the example is, there's this dude, he trades stocks. You've probably seen him. He trades stocks. He does options. He'll always go, oh, look, my P&L was $30,000, or this is how much I made. No, he wouldn't even say P&L. He was like, I made this much today, or this much this week, or whatever. So I remember one time this dude was like, okay, y'all was showing your wins, show one of your losses. So then this dude's going to say, you see how I said this is my profit and loss. So that means this is how much I won and lost. I'm like, no. That's not what the dude's asking. The dude is asking you, since you keep on showing how much money you made, show how much you lose on a. Instead of doing that, he try to play. He try to change the words up to avoid that shit. But again, if you don't know better, you're just going to think profit loss. Okay, that makes sense. Well, no, the dude was lying in everybody's face, right? Or you'll see a lot of people. They'll talk about there's just a lot of bad information. And when it just keeps on getting spread. It's just like in any other niche category or space, right? People with bigger followings, they'll say a bunch of stuff. Next thing you know, a bunch of people are saying the same stuff. And again, it's just, and then now it's just turned into a assumed truth, right? But again, when you just really start thinking about stuff, it doesn't make sense. Like I saw this trader try to say support resistance isn't real, when we literally see support resistance on every single time frame. I'm like, how are you saying support resistance isn't real when you literally see that shit on every single time frame? So again, people just say stuff, and people question it because they have a big following, or because he showed this recording of him making money this one day, so he must know what he's making. You know what I'm saying? But again, when you think about what you're trying to do here, break even makes 0 sense. Again, the logic behind it, okay, you don't want to lose money, but again, if I'm up $500, right, I am not going to be okay. I am not going to feel good and productive. I'm not going to feel good about myself if I'm up $500 and I let that go all the way back down to $0. Be like, well, at least I didn't lose any money. Like, what are you talking about? You lost money, right? That's why I always say move SL and profit. Again, every word I choose, I'm very careful and specific for it. And that's why I always say move SL and profit. Because again, I'd rather make some money than be up and lose all that money, or be up some money and then have my stop loss get hit. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on it. That's my take on it. But you always want to go with the floor price. Even with scalping, you always want to go with the floor price. Did we get 2P1 or we barely missed it? A pip away from hitting TP1, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to away from hitting TP1. Oh, that's funny. As soon as I put it, we hit it. So let the folks and members know we just hit TP1 on this. TP1 hits. Bam. All right, cool. We got a new 15 an hour about to pop up. You guys got any questions up in the chat? We're looking at your charts up in the chat. You've been asking some good questions today. I like it. I like it. Shout out to the new subscribers. If you're not subscribed yet, I don't know what you're doing. Make sure to sub to the channel. We're almost at 2,400 subscribers. Got a new video dropping for y'all later on today. Be on the lookout for that. If you haven't caught up to the video that dropped last week or last month, make sure to check those out. I know how YouTube works. Go ahead and click on my blue logo and look at the playlist, look at the videos. You know what I'm saying? Look at the playlist, look at the videos. But yeah, AJ, if you are up that, you're up a shit ton of money, my boy, and yeah, you need to secure that. So yeah, you need to secure that for sure, for sure. You're up a shit ton. Shout out to you because you really swung, bro. You really swung that trade. You really swung that trade. Yeah, but you should definitely secure them profits. Secure them profits, right? Like at least have it at 20, 320, 318 at least. Because you got to close at some point. You have to close. That's one. Because I used to do the same thing. I used to try to, well, not the break even part, but I used to hold trades way longer than I needed to, or I used to try to catch every pip in the market. And I would do that, it would backfire on me because I'd end up losing so much money. Like I'd have trades that would hit all my TPs all the time, but because I refused to close a trade or move my SL because I wanted to catch every pip possible, or because again last time I closed early, I missed out on this much. So this time I'm gonna keep on holding in fear of missing out on what I don't even know I could potentially miss out on or not miss out on. And then next thing I know, I'll be up a bunch of money. My stop loss not in profit. I forget I'm in a trade. Oh, let me look at my trade an hour or so later. Now I'm back at drawdown. Now I'm back at break even. It's just counterproductive. Because again, small wins, big wins, they're going to add up. They're going to add up. The ultimate goal is to grow your account, right? I don't watch them type of channels. I never keep around. Yeah. So yeah, I feel you. But that's why they get so many views, because again, that's what people want to see. If I did the same thing, I'd be at way more subscribers and followers. But I don't want to be that type of person. I have morals. Like I can't be that type of person. That's why anytime I'm talking about money or profits, it's always my students' results, because I rather flex my students' results than my results. And it's a bigger flex than me saying I made X amount of dollars when I got hundreds of receipts of students doing things, doing big things. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to my boy, you know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Made a band for the day. You know what I'm saying? It's a way bigger flex when I can show that, again, I got students passing phases in a week, passing challenges in 2 weeks. You know, there's a way bigger flex than me just talking about what I'm doing. I got a bunch of other people doing the same stuff at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's a way bigger flex, in my opinion, You know what I'm saying? This is a way bigger flex for me. For me, I drop a Sunday chart analysis, and then literally the next day or that night, one of my boys off a Sunday chart analysis, takes that and makes a band right before the day even starts. The day bigger for screenshot 6:44 a.m. The day is not even started. The birds just started chirping and shit. That's a way bigger flex for me than me just sitting here calling, oh look, I made this today. Look, I made this today. I made this today. You know, you want to make this. Because when people do that, they try to imply that you learn from them, you're going to be making with them. Like I used to show this screenshot all the time. When I saw this had me dying, bro. This had me dying. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. But people fall for this, but it's okay because you don't know what you don't know. It's a shame that, you know, now a bunch of people got PTSD or doubt that the real stuff people think is fake, but the fake stuff people think is real, which is hilarious. But again, it's not entirely everybody's fault, but at some point you gotta start thinking. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can find this screenshot. This shit is hilarious. Let me see if I can find this. These people be getting creative, bro. These people be getting creative. It'd be funny as hell. Okay, so here it is. So I've shown this before, right? So this was a dude. I blocked his name out because he ain't getting no clout over here. But I should have posted. I should have screenshotted his second screenshot after this. But he posted this, right? He was like done for the day, made 14K. Which, congrats. If this is a real account. Congrats. But then the reason why I screenshotted this was because the next story, he was like, man, this Forex stuff's easy. Nobody doing it like me. So now let's pause. Screw the blue numbers. Because this is where people get lost in the sauce at. Screw the blue numbers. Let's look at the pips. Right? Let's look at the pips. So this man put a 25 lot down, which is, if I'm not mistaken, $250 per pip. So who here in the live is going to be risking $250 per pip? Most people aren't unless you have a funded account. So boom, that's red flag number one. Then number two, let's look at how much he made. He entered at 509, exited at 511. That is literally 2 pips. This man is flexing about catching 2 pips when I can accidentally sneeze, tap sell on accident when I meant to hit buy and catch 2 pips. Like, what are we talking about here, right? So this is what a lot of people be falling for. Is just, again, they get lost in the sauce. They don't look at the important stuff, right? We're not going to be making money, this much money off 2 pips, 5 pips, right? But again, you gotta understand that to know. But again, if you're brand new to trading, they're gonna off rip push the bigger channels, and most of the bigger channels just be terrible information. It is what it is, though, right? You live and learn. Live and learn. So that's why I purposely do my videos a certain way. Like I purposely do like the opposite of what these other people talk about. I talk about the charts and the important stuff. Yeah, it kills my views, but that's why it doesn't really matter because it's I'm making money, and then the members that learn from me, they're actually benefiting, which is my actual goal. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't be tripping too much about it. Shout out to everybody in the live, y'all. Make sure to like the live. Like I said, I got a new video dropping for y'all later today. Be on the lookout for that. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody that's been alive since the beginning. Shout out to everybody that's been alive since y'all joined. If y'all want to contact me directly, y'all can DM me on Instagram or Telegram. Instagram, playmaker_way. Telegram, first link in the description. I respond to all messages. Members, you already know in a few hours I'm going to put that New York price watch list for y'all. Y'all interested in how I identify these levels, signal services, or mentorship program, hit those links in the description. Most likely going to be going live again today on TikTok around 11 o'clock. So be on the lookout for that. TikTok playmaker_way. Make sure to watch the Sunday chart analysis if you have not watched it already. Let me catch up to this chat. Make sure I'm not missing anything. All right, cool. And yeah, we're gonna be back at the same time tomorrow, London session 3 a.m. EST.